We're live.
No, we're not. Are we? Are we live? Oh, I guess we are. All right. Welcome, everyone, to PreMarket Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin with you a couple minutes early today, wrapping up today's trading session. Joel, what are you seeing out there?
What people are seeing is the way things are going to be going next week is as I could control the helms here of the
I'm at your
pre-
mercy.
at the pre-market prep. So got to do Spencer in there early. We're doing good, Spencer. We're up 16 and a quarter handles. Never got to that pre-market low of 84 and a quarter, little dip off the open. Found support just under the close from yesterday. It rallied up. We took out the intraday high from yesterday, but not much more than that. We couldn't get to that all-time high that was made during the Globex session yesterday. We got up to 24.50, so that's still a potential target here as we trade at 35.15. Crude in the green by 26 cents, still dancing around that $43 level. Gold gave it back, got over 2,000, got to 2,001 at 20, pulled back, now down 280s in the after hour trading. Silver gave a ton back too, got into the 29 handle, 29, 23 and a half. We're now down 29 cents at 28.31. And Bitcoin climbing over that $212,000 level, up $260 at 12,095.
All right, just following through on some of the things we talked about this morning, mainly the Zoom trade, and Zoom is bringing along the rest of that industry with it. So whether it's Docusign, which we talked about, or MongoDB, who has earnings tomorrow, I believe, or CrowdStrike, they're all up today. Thank you, Zoom.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Thanks to Zoom. It's kind of a rough sledding here. At least if you're trying to pick a bottom early here, wow, I don't see how we got down to 4. I believe the low is 410 here. So let's throw in the after hour action, because if you're pretty good at picking intraday levels, it did give you a shot to get in on the cheap. Not quite going to make 500 today. Let's look at the daily chart. You did gap and go. Always like to see where we did quite get to that pre-market high. Pre-market high came in at 478 was the regular session high. So great day for it, man. Just when it moves like that, just tough. But big candle, kind of quiet now. A little bit of consolidation here. Moving on Docusign, just that took off with it. Does that have earnings coming up, or was there another one that you mentioned?
No, MongoDB has earnings. Docusign, yeah, you know what? When is Docusign? Yeah, so that's also on Thursday afternoon, and MongoDB is tomorrow afternoon. So they're both coming up.
Okay, so earnings. I mean, just going off the Zoom earnings here. I also saw Ring Central was moving along with that too. So just the cloud plays just very, very, very strong today.
Yep. So that's the good news. The bad news is Joel and I are both going to owe Dennis a lunch now, because we were foolish enough to think that Kodak would close above $9. It didn't seem so foolish at 8:30 in the morning.
Took that. We took the bait from him, and
it didn't put up a fight at all. It didn't put up a fight.
I know. And if you look at it too on the daily basis, you're going to get that red candle.
Yeah.
Opened up at 8:48, made a run to 9:48. See that? There I go. I finally I take a bullish bet, and I take it on the worst possible stock in the world, because I always notice I take a lot of the bearish bets and I lose, and now
that's what you get.
And now I take a bullish end of the bet on the worst possible stock in the world. But I don't know if I'm going to see Dennis ever again. So maybe I'll have to send him. Maybe I'll have to send him some a virtual lunch or something.
You send them like an Uber Eats or a Postmates or something, and there you go.
Yeah, just boy, really character for that stock. I
Grubhub.
wonder if DB Shaw was out there selling along with us.
I don't know. That's what we get. Stocks that are in favor for a reason. Stocks that are out of favor are out of favor for a reason. We didn't take our own advice.
That's okay.
Rips in stocks that are out of favor are to be sold. Pops are to be sold. And
write that down 1,000 times.
Yeah, we didn't listen to ourselves. All right, moving on here. What else did I want to say? Oh, I don't know if you saw Workhorse today, Joel. I have not been able to ascertain why Workhorse is up the way it is today, up almost 8%. Don't know if there needs to be a reason on this stock. I will say that in the Benzinga September stock picking contest, I did pick this one just in the hopes that the U.S. Postal Service contract gets decided this month, but I don't own Workhorse at all. I'm not long the stock, or I'm not short the stock. I have no position. But a great day for Workhorse. It is slowly making
its way back up. Yeah,
solid.
Yeah. Who knows when that post office announcement's going to come here? Just consolidation, kind of choppy, but looks like we're going to clear these pair of highs. 1968. What a great year that was. That's the year Tigers won the World Series. One of the times they won it. 1944 too. There was a pair of highs from August 3rd and August 4th. Looks like we're clearing that bar. So close over 19. It just took a while. Had a little bit of a pullback.
Yeah. And speaking of Workhorse, speaking of EVs, how's Tesla doing? Tell me,
Tesla is doing. It's having a disastrous day for Tesla.
It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's down 4.5% on the day they announced a $5 billion private placement. So it should go down.
It should go down. I mean, the pre-market trading in that was crazy. Got close to 540. But if you look at it here, and maybe Mr. Tesla is going to be a little bit more. I mean, 500, right? So that's 2,500 because it was a 5-for-1 split. That's correct.
Right.
So if you were so inclined to short yesterday's high at 50014 and then 50249, I mean, taking $2.50 worth of heat. That's nothing in Tesla. I was looking at this at the 498.32 close, which was a little bit closer. Just didn't have the guts to pull the trigger when it got up there. But we'll see. I mean, 450 is an easy target for this one. If you equate the lows here, I see a little landing spot here.
Okay.
Let's call 437.30. That splits the lows from the 27th and yesterday, 28.50, 40.11, 37.50, not quite in the middle, but 435. Maybe if this gets, maybe gets a downgrade tomorrow, who knows what's going to happen, but finally taking a little bit of a breather.
So the chat's been is eyeing some of the same stocks that we were eyeing here. Joel, you mentioned Peloton a few minutes ago before we went on the air, and I guess you think stay-at-home trade. If Zoom had a great quarter, then it's all stay-at-home, right? Zoom, Peloton.
I gotta give Lisa credit on this one because I talked to her about it and I've said, maybe we should lighten up on this one. And she says, no, I'm never selling it. And she said, the L brands maybe to let go. But of course you can't just sell in this market, right? No one sells. That's up a couple sticks today. So L Brands making some moves, and Peloton. It's the Zoom, effect. Peloton. They already had earnings, right? Or are they a little bit later in the cycle?
No. They're out. They had earnings on the. I stand corrected. Peloton reports on the 10th in 9 days.
The 10th, my sister's birthday. She's going to be turning the big 60.
Wow.
Yeah, getting up there, man. You can imagine how old I am.
Maybe you can get her a Peloton then.
She has a pool, so she likes to swim a lot. I don't know what she's going to do during the winter, but Peloton, Gap and Go. I mean, the stocks. I mean, if you're trading these stay-at-home stocks are are doing well. I just can't. This Peloton's had a big March since it broke out. I want to put that chart away. I don't want to look at that one again.
Oh, speaking of earnings here, we do have a couple reports after the close that are on my radar. At Home Group is probably the one I'm most curious about. That's the patio backyard furniture store.
Oh,
HOME.
oh, look at that. I mean, the street, I don't want to be short going into this report. That thing's up $4. It's running. It's running into, I see some resistance here just on the monthly chart, under $25. So some monthly highs. Where are they? 25 even, 24.54. Potential targets here. But if this thing really, really gets going, he could take out 25. But big lead, it really better blow it away. Someone else mentioned Tupperware. We're probably one of the only shows on TV. Well, we're not on TV, but look at Tupperware.
Yeah, wow.
What are you going to do with all those leftovers after you cook them? You put them in. We actually use glass dishes, but Tupperware, holy, that broke out at 16. Who had this in the chat? Someone talked about this a long time ago. Who talked about this? Holy mackerel. Look at Tupperware. All right. S&P's hit 1975, pulling back 1550. We still got 10 minutes left in the session. Not sure what imbalances were. Certainly didn't have the impact on the market that it did back during the craziness of March and April and February, March and April, but that seems like the distant past. So as we speak now, market well above those levels. What else did we cover on today's show?
We covered Walmart, which Walmart Plus is a hit. Looks like it, at least for.
Oh yeah, look at that thing, and it gave you a chance to get in within yesterday. No, I didn't. Okay, it was the 2-day range that I was looking at. I had mentioned 140. Dennis was like, "Oh, 150." I thought it might have a shot at it today. Got up to 149.59. Close to that 150. What a great day for Walmart shareholders here. Just an incredible day. I mean, a big stock moving like this, a lot of stock, 130 to 150 in 4 trading sessions. I don't know if I've ever seen Walmart move $20 so fast, but nice move here. We'll see 149.59. Might be a little trouble getting to that 150 area.
So I didn't realize this, but it's a new all-time high for Roku. I guess I hadn't realized that Roku had come
all the way back and then some. I mean, same thing, right? Staying home, you're using your Roku box. This broke out. I mean, the only thing about this one, I'd be a little, these other ones that broke out are closing near the highs of the sessions. This one, you did get up to 185.44 and you pulled back. I mean, you're still off the low of the session at 176.63, but you'd rather see it close in this upper quadrant here than, near the lows of the session. So not as impressed with this move as some of the other ones.
Going back just to the earnings calendar for a second. So At Home Group reports after the close today. That's really it as far as stocks that interest me. As far as tomorrow morning, we're going to get some retail. Gas is tomorrow morning.
Big retail. Yep.
Vera Bradley and Macy's tomorrow morning. Five Below is tomorrow afternoon. Brown-Forman, the long whiskey, Joel, tomorrow morning there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things here, but let's just, I'm just looking at this guess chart here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to guess, but this is, look at that 12, like boom, 12, boom, 12, 1205, boom. So that's itching. It's been in a trading range, 11 to 12, pressing up against it. I don't know what their online business is, but from a technical perspective, this thing's look itchy on the daily charts. 3, 4, 5, 6 eyes in the same area. Wouldn't want to be short that thing over 12.
And then we mentioned Cloudera tomorrow. That's a big one. And we mentioned yesterday Rocket Companies, Arcade.
Right.
They pre-reported and they will report for real tomorrow afternoon.
And they said it was good. This broke out on the dailies, had a little trouble with 30, having a good day. No one wants to be short in the report. Trading up 244. The housing stocks, the housing market, people are financing. I mean, a lot of fundamentals working. All time high here, $31, and that's what it hit today. So pick your own poison above that, breaking out over our 39. Nice run into the report. This is kind of like they gave you good news and then they bought it up, and now they're actually going to deliver the good news there for Rocket. You said that's after the close tomorrow, correct?
Yep.
And then what was Macy's?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning.
Macy's. Let's see how Macy's has been doing. I mean, the stores are closed, but they had a decent online business before. So no,
I don't know. Like when I think Macy's, all I think about is real estate, and just because the one that I worked at in my hometown was like 4 stories, so they got all this store space, all this real estate.
yeah, that's another thing. But it's all about the online sales here. Sleepy, this one too. It looks like it's trying to break out over $7. Another pair of highs over 750. But it's not the the retail star that some of these other stocks have been. But we'll see if it can get kickstarted with this report.
Yeah. All right. To the chat we go. Someone mentioning SWBI. Wow. I had not seen this one. I mean, we looked at it like a week or two ago, but I had not realized what a day it's having here today, up 15%.
Boy, this has had a run over the last couple months, doubling since that July low. This is a reorg too. I mean, at this point, the all-time high, I believe, I don't know what they did with the stock. It changes symbols so many times.
Yeah, so SWBI is the gun is guns, and then AOBT, is that it? No, what is it?
I don't know. They changed the symbols. It's
A-
not AOBC.
AOUT. That was the rest of the company. That's like the outdoor stuff. But SWBI is guns.
All right, $24 if you're looking for something on this one. This one, just in the past, it seems like when it has big moves, it doesn't really tend to follow through. So if you're holding this one, $22, you want to see it plow through that, get up to that all-time high at $24.
What else does the chat have on their radar? Going through, we talked about CrowdStrike, I believe. If not, but they're also in that Zoom cloud trade. AAXN, yeah. I mean, I saw that. I saw a headline earlier today that about Trump administration increasing funding for police. AXN is the makers of Taser, right? And so yeah, it's up a little under 2% today.
Yeah, I mean, it had a run over, got into triple digits, pulled back and found a lot of support, gave you a chance to get in at 80. So it just looks like it's just regaining its momentum here. A gap to fill. I don't know if that might have been from earnings or whatever, but if you're so inclined to play gap fills, what do you have? You got a gap up to 91.06. So not too far away from that as we speak. The high of today's session, not quite there. 88.65. So you maybe get a look at 91 tomorrow. S&P is pressing up here again at the highs for the session. Just tick 25.20. That high from yesterday, 24.50. So not only a new closing high we're going to have here, all-time closing high, but it's going to be by a wide margin. That former all-time closing high was from Monday at for Friday at 35.0450.
Michael Wells dropping in ODFL, which is Old Dominion Freight Trucking Company. I don't know if you've looked at the trucking space of late, Joel, but this entire industry is blasting off here. ODFL is one, KNX is another, SNDR is another, Schneider. They're all just in blast off mode.
Moving that cargo.
Yeah.
Right? Moving those Walmart goods, moving those Pelotons, right? Everything has to be, transportation. This SNDR looks like it's on the verge of another breakout here. 27 to 27.50 has been your trading range. Kind of spooked some people today when it went under 27 to 26.80, but now up against the end of the upper end of the trading range here. So this stock's strong, up 47 cents, closing up. You like to see it close up near the, the upper part of the range. That's exactly what SNDR is doing.
I mean, same story with ODFL. Actually, all these charts look the same. Same to me. So,
What's
yeah.
ODFL? You said.
Yeah, ODFL.
Old Dominion Freight Lines. Yeah, you gotta move the goods. S&P's continuing to surge you into the close of little over a minute left. 24.50 is our target on the upside. That was your Globex high.
What about Draftkings? I've not looked at Draftkings today. Up 4%.
Right.
Up
And down, up and
It just
down.
looks like, it just looks like tradingrange.com.
It looks so. I got interesting. Well,
Nah.
if you're looking for more upside here, yesterday's high 37.34, 37.18, the high in today's session. Couldn't quite get to yesterday's low, so still kind of range bound over the last two sessions. But you get over 37.34, it looked like you get a little upside. We just did tick that new all-time high here on the closing bell, 26, and it looks like we're still going with some momentum.
All right, that'll be a wrap here for us. We're about to close on this session. There is the close. Please remember, all the information from all of our shows are meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. I want to see some more likes. We got 22 likes on this video. I want to see if we can get to 30 by the time I stop talking here in a couple of seconds. That'll be it for Joel and I. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Dennis. I'm sure he will want to
rub our nose in the Kodak bag.
Rub it in on the Kodak. Mark Chaikin is going to join us tomorrow instead of Thursday. So that'll be on tomorrow's show. And that's a wrap. So everyone have a good rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow.